Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tech Gamers World. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can properly configure your Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One flight stick and Thrustmaster T.Flight Rudder Pedals with War Thunder on a Microsoft Xbox. So let's get it started. Before we do that, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about War Thunder. If any of you have seen my previous videos, you know that it used to be, if you wanted to use your Thrustmaster flight stick with War Thunder, you would just plug it in to your Xbox. It would automatically be detected, and then you could select it as a profile in War Thunder, and it would just work. Something has changed with War Thunder. A bunch of you have started reporting on my videos that this no longer works, that they were plugging in your flight stick and it wasn't working anymore. Well, I think I figured out why. So I'm going to show you now how you have to configure War Thunder with the latest version of the game to use with your Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One flight stick and rudder pedals. So, let's talk a little bit here. The Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One flight stick, I've got it right here. It is connected to the Thrustmaster T.Flight Rudder Pedals via the proprietary cable right here. This is the cable to connect to the Xbox and is a USB-A. This is the cable that plugs into your Xbox. Before plugging it into your Xbox, you want to make sure that the switch on it is set for Xbox. So let's go ahead here and plug it in. Now, when you plug it in, you would normally be expecting it to pop up like Flight Simulator does, where it says connected. You're not going to see that with War Thunder. Device is plugged in. I did not get anything. I know it's plugged in because the light is now on the Thrustmaster flight stick. So, what you would normally do here is get your controller. You still need to use the Xbox controller. Go to Menu and go to Controls. Now, you don't see anything here regarding the Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One flight stick. But what is different when it's plugged in, that you will notice, if you go to pitch access, yaw access, you see not assigned. Nothing is assigned to the Thrustmaster flight stick. That's why it's not working in your game. So, unfortunately, War Thunder is not the most user-friendly of games. You kind of have to configure the Thrustmaster flight stick manually. So, I'm going to show you that, don't worry. So here's what you do. Hit Y on your controller. Go to the control setup wizard. You're going to see here, if you see the Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One screen, you'll know that it's connected and detected. It shows you various things here, such as the top of the flight stick here, the landing gears, air brake, flaps, rotate view on the hat. The hat, just so you know, is this little guy right here. The drop bombs tracking camera, pitch, roll. Obviously, you know, the flight stick, pitch, roll, flight. So as you can see, it's actually moving the cursor when I do this. So, need to move it back over now. So, obviously, throttle and all the other stuff that you would be used to with your Thrustmaster flight stick. Reload is on the back. So, now, these settings are the defaults for the flight stick. They're just suggested. If you go to here, you have the option of picking different ones. You're going to pick the Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One and pedals for me. If you only have the Hotas One, you're just going to pick the Hotas One. Because I have pedals, I'm going to select that and then go to select layout. Now, what you're going to see is that all the controls have now been pre-populated. So, I should now be able to have this work in the game. So let's try it out here. You need to make sure you select that profile in the controls. So I'll show you that again one more time. Here, ignore that for now. That's fine. So go up to Menu after you've connected your Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One flight stick. Go to Controls. Go to Control Setup Wizard. Select your T.Flight Hotas One flight stick. Now again, you need to select one under here. If you leave it as simplified, it won't work, and I'll show you why. Here again, nothing is assigned here. So that's probably your issue in the game. If you don't have anything assigned, it's not going to work. So what you can do is go through all of these and assign them manually. I'll show you how to do that right now, but it is a tedious amount of work. Say you want to do your throttle axis. You have to go to it and then hit X for auto detect. Then go ahead on your flight stick, and I'll lift it up to show you. It's set for X for auto detect. Move the throttle. You can now see it says choose joystick axis, change to throttle. That's right by my web camera there. Press B to exit, and now it's set as throttle axis. Now, this is a ton of work. If you're just an amateur or anything, just use the default controls for the flight stick. So again, Control Setup Wizard, select a configuration from the list. We're going to do Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One and pedals. Then select layout. So now, again, everything here is set. The only thing that wasn't set was thrust reverser. So we want to go ahead and find that here. So let's see if we can find thrust reverser. And if you can't, that's okay, because there are a ton of options here. So what you want to do is go to Search, Thrust, and just search Thrust. Thrust reversal. So what is thrust reversal? That is reverse the thrust of the engines. If you're coming in to land, you need to be able to reverse thrust depending on the type of plane, typically a jet. So, or again, the plane that can hover, anything like that. But, you know, for purposes of this, we're going to assign a button to it. I'm going to pick that one, next. So, you know, next on the Thrustmaster is this little white button right here. Again, I'm just assigning it to that button. So B, close. So now we've gone ahead and assigned all of our controls. So let's go ahead here and check one more time. Everything is set. What I recommend you do is do an RB. So we want to save. So you press RB or go down here and save it. I'm going to call it Thrust Master. Just going to call it Thrustmaster for purposes of this video. And then we're going to go ahead here and hit save. So now we've saved this profile. And now we are ready to fly. So let's try this out. See how quick we can actually get into a game here. So we are ready to battle. Join the battle here. So I'm in. Let's see if it gets me in. Gonna get my feet here on my rudders pedals. So I'm gonna show you. Hands are up. Rudder pedals. Working like a champ. Alright, let's go ahead and let go of the rudder pedals. And now I'm stalling out. So let's test the flight stick here. So as you can see, we've got forward, pulling back, you know, left, right, the yaw, Throttle down, throttle up, gunfire. This plane only has one gun, no bombs. Let's open fire on some of these guys here. There's a hit. So as you can see, it is working perfectly. Everything is holding level. So that's basically what you need to do. You need to make sure that you go into the controls and select a profile for your Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One flight stick. That should resolve your issue if you get into the game and have no controls whatsoever. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions or comments or need help with your Thrustmaster T.Flight Hotas One flight stick, drop me a comment down below and I will do my best to help you out. If you could click that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be totally awesome. I'm going to have new and exciting content coming soon. Thanks a lot, everybody. I will see you around. Keep on gaming.